Welcome back to another installment of Three Pointers with Secured Tech. This is a big day for me personally. My dear friend and co-founder Nate Holmes is here. Basketball plays a big role in everything we've done and how we've gotten here. Nate, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Nate, currently the CEO of Secured Tech. Like Chris said, we founded this company together about 8 years ago. I've known each other for probably 12 years.
I think it's 15 or 16, but
okay, time flies.
it dates ourselves
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, but met each other playing basketball at the Monon Center in Carmel, and yeah, the rest is history.
I told our customers from Indiana, you have no idea how proud we are of you. You have no idea how proud we are of Indiana. We take you with us everywhere, and this is our love letter to you.
Nate, obviously basketball is a big part of your life. What lessons have you learned from the game that you apply to your role here at Secured Tech?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've actually thought about this a lot over the years that, the best part about basketball for me is the team aspect of it. I love team sports as far as basketball, football, soccer. I love the fact that if one person succeeds, everyone succeeds. If one person fails, maybe you figure out how to get better at it and you come back as a team. So I love the team aspect of the games.
Nate, I know you're an avid reader. What are a couple of books that have played a role in your leadership style?
Yeah, there's the first one that sticks out is Start With Why by Sinek. He talks about starting with the why, and why do you start the business? And it's the approach of building the business from the inside out, not only looking at the financial aspect or any other aspect. It's like, why did I actually start Secured Tech, and what do you want it to feel like being here, and how do you want to treat the people? How do you want to decide how to run the business holistically? And then the second one is called Traction by Gino Wickman. It's on EOS, Entrepreneur Operating System. And that book for me was life-changing. I was at a point in my life where I didn't feel like I deserved to be the leader of the company, of a growing company. And that really helped me systematically take an approach of, hey, I can do some of these things. I can put some of these things in place. I can start to build this out again systematically, as opposed to feeling like all the weight was just on my shoulders, day in and day out. So those are the two books that have probably had the biggest impact on me as a leader so far.
Nate, I think one of the unique things about our story here at Secured Tech is how we all met playing basketball. We met our president, Josh Devine. We met each other. We met our CFO, Matt Lowry, and our director of sales, McCarroll Loy. As we were building out this organization, and as you were just building out your peer group, what's something that you observed from all of us on the basketball court that said, these are the kind of people I want to grow with?
Yeah, so I kind of look at this from a pre-vetted solution. There's no better way to understand a person's whether it be integrity or their drive or their motivation than playing a team sport, like on a basketball court. So I think for you specifically, it was like, you're not afraid to take that last shot. You're not afraid to go at somebody. You've got a winning mentality. You've got all those intangibles in that sense on a basketball court. So I knew, I could trust that in the real world as well. From McCara's standpoint, she's literally the only woman that's out there that's playing basketball. So that takes something internally to say, hey, I'm going out here day in and day out. I belong here, kind of that mentality, but also, she's not afraid to mix it up with everybody. Josh Devine, the president, he has like a quiet strength out there as well. He does all the little things. He's setting screens. He's 6'5", so that's helpful to get the ball in the basket. But, he's just quietly leading out there, and that's something I had always admired about him from playing. And then Matt's like a bulldog out there, a little bit scary sometimes, but also, he's just a winner. And you see that as such a integral part of the team and how it's being built. So Yeah, it's a pre-vetted situation where you play basketball, you're in stressful situations with these people, so you're able to see and know and learn their behaviors from that instance, and then you start to build out like, hey, I know that I can trust these guys to run a company with me.
Yeah, and just a little more background. So I met Nate because Nate talks to everybody. You know, Nate knows no strangers, but also I could tell that this was somebody that was a little bit different. You know, and so when I sprained my ankle catastrophically, Nate would make fun and say it was not catastrophic. You know, and I crawled in the back of your
Suzu rodeo,
and you drove me all over Carmel looking for an urgent care, and I was like, you know, this is the kind of man I need in my life, and it's been such a pleasure and one of the best unfortunate things that ever happened to me. Okay, time for the big shot. One shot, everybody knows the rules. The first shot is practice. If it goes in, you still saw it. The equipment here at Secure Tech is not quite the same as it's been at some of the prestigious gyms we've been playing at. Oh! That was a practice. Here's the shot. Five for five.
5 for 5?
Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad, right? You know we're gonna have to keep doing this and I get the ball.
Hope you got that. All right, your turn.
No, I don't need the ball.
Okay.